Then the music plays.
And then you take a nice drink of water. I think I'm gonna light a candle.
Yeah, and then I put the glass down, and then you get annoyed.
Yeah.
There's a formula to this already. We're figuring it out on the penultimate.
And then I talk about something work-related.
Yeah.
What happened today? We have a catalog. The Atlanta Gift Show.
Oh, yeah?
Is coming up. Yeah. I bet you didn't know that thing was a thing.
I did not know that at all. I'm glad I know
You
now.
want to hear the nice, sweet sound of me lighting a... I lost my lighter in the move. I think one of my sketchy movers literally
Jacked your lighter.
Stole a lighter because I saw him see... I, had left it out, and he, saw it and winked at me. And I was like... Bro, I literally have this lighter to light candles. I haven't smoked a bowl in 2 years.
You see him smoking after he's done
Oh, he was a smoker, so maybe he was just wait, I'm gonna open this and immediately find the lighter that I was looking for.
Yeah, that would be funny.
No. I just have lots of matches, so I have to use them.
I was working at Target and I found a pack of 5 lighters, but only one of them was stolen.
Just needed one lighter.
Yeah, I guess we don't sell individual lighters.
Wait, did I ever tell you about the time that I was at Target with Yashar, and for some reason he decided it was necessary to go to the, trading cards section, and he was like, I'm gonna buy some Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading cards. But then he,
That's on brand.
He, looks at the trading cards and realized that someone had opened every single packet of Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading cards and stolen the cards out from inside of them.
What? Okay.
And he was like, hold on a moment. And he picks all of them up and goes to the front desk and is like, we need to talk about the stolen Yu-Gi-Oh!
You have to
cards.
find the
Or maybe they were
perpetrator.
Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. It was something nerdy as fuck. And
Probably
I don't
Yu-Gi-Oh!
live that life.
I can't even imagine there would be Dragon Ball Z cards. I mean, of course there are, but not as popular as. Also, I'm eating a candy cane. This is a candy cane. There was some in the break room, so I just put as many as I can fit in my bag before I left.
You're an icon.
Yeah.
Oh, I also had a Greg Sulkin Instagram. I think we need to start a segment for the last 2 episodes, and that is what's going on Greg Sulkin's Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Never too late to introduce a new segment.
And I actually messaged this one to you because I thought it was so beautiful.
Was it the one where he was just drinking water?
It's literally just a close-up of him drinking water from a faucet. It's nice scruffy lips. He has kind of ginger facial hair, and then
describe
it's a
lips as
faucet with
scruffy.
running water, and then you can it's in macro, so you can see his nose and his nose hairs, and his beautiful chestnut eyes, and his curls sticking out from the sides, and then the caption is, "Many people go without clean drinking water every day. Be grateful."
And then I just replied with the word woke because...
he's such a woke bae. I love him.
Greg Sulkin, the woke bae.
Greg Sulkin, woke bae. And then I said to you, I love him. Sexy nose hairs. And you said that's a phrase I don't read very often.
Yeah,
so that's what's happening on Greg Sulkin's Instagram this week. I'm very dedicated to keeping up with his Instagram.
Keeping up with Greg Sulkin.
Keeping up with Greg Sulkin.
My favorite reality show. It's just I don't know, a fly-on-the-wall camera on him and just drinking water or something like that. Just doing boring, mundane things.
I also love the actress who plays Gert. Her Twitter's quite funny.
Her social media is pretty good.
She's she definitely is on par with the type of people we'd be friends with.
We should be friends with her then.
We should send her this podcast and be like, hey, Ariella Barrer, you seem gay and awkward. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
We'll dye our hair together.
Yeah. Speaking of, I think my hair's going to be purple by the next week.
Oh, God.
It's possible. That is a very real possibility.
Is it going to be, like, GURP purple?
I don't know. That's why I had to ask my friend, my supplier, what kind of...
The one who has the goods.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably happening. We probably shouldn't send her the podcast until, like, we, like, actually, like, stop calling her the actress who plays Gert and, like...
Hey, I just said her name.
You were clearly reading it off somewhere, because you're, like... It's kind of like a, am I pronouncing this correctly kind of voice?
You know what? She's great. And
She's
she
very
had
good.
a tweet go viral on Tumblr. That was... Literally everything I do is to get back at the people who called me ugly and gay in middle school. They were right, but it was mean-spirited.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what's going on Greg Sulkin's Instagram / Ariella Bearer's Twitter.
Nailed it.
The other update that I thought was necessary was that our dear friend Laura translated what Hot Asian Dad said to his wife in the last episode.
Yeah. She should be on this
And I sent
podcast at some point.
I think she should do the finale with us next week. I sent you the clip that I have of her saying this, so I would appreciate it if you did some audio magic and inserted that into the podcast.
Yeah, she also like, she was live watching the episode and, like, told me, like, as she was watching, oh, this is what he said, and I thought that was really funny.
I saved it. She was like, do you want to know? And I was like, wait! And, like, turned on voice memos on my phone.
Get this on the record.
Yeah. So Chris will do some audio wizardry, and you'll listen to that right now. Okay, so what does Hot Asian Dad say?
He's standing in his underwear after trying to die for his mistress, says, "Where did it all go wrong? Can we start over?"
Is that it?
Oh yeah, he's like apologizes. He's just like, where did it go wrong? Where did we go wrong?
Oh, I'm so disappointed. I was hoping it'd be like, do you remember that time in Tokyo?
Oh no, I thought it was really funny though to ask where did it go wrong.
Well,
Like
considering...
you're standing in your underwear.
Yeah. Oh boy.
And you're like, I'm gonna die for this woman. JK, going back to my wife. But
Great.
Anyway.
Hey, how was that? Did you have fun? Thanks, Laura. Sorry, I'm forcing you to do more editing than necessary.
Oh, that's fine. I'm probably gonna, like, wake up and, like, I'm probably not gonna do this tonight because, like, I just want to go the fuck to sleep after this.
That's literally...
It is almost 11 o'clock.
I was just on the phone with my mom, and she was like, what do you have to do today? And I was like, oh, do my dishes, send a couple of emails, do a podcast with Chris. And she was like, Raquel, it's 11. And I was like, I am youthful. I am 23 years old.
The world is my oyster. The night is still young.
She literally gave me this entire talk tonight about how I needed to, like, savor life. And then yelled at me not to spend my 20s sad and depressed.
Carpe diem.
God.
Seize the day.
And she was like, you're having fun. Keep having fun. Make art.
Yeah, I've been spending this...
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna get live reactions. So basically, my freak out tonight was, I'm fine with having this on the podcast.
Okay.
It was, like, about applying to grad school. I mean, your sexuality freak out was on the podcast last week.
I wouldn't call it a freak out, but,
An acknowledgement.
Yeah. It's
Also,
out
I'd
there.
like the audience to know that Chris is still eating this candy cane.
Yeah, I'm savoring it.
He's seizing that candy cane.
Yeah, I'm seizing Carpe candy cane.
Anyway, so my freak out was applying to grad school because I, in theory, had a grad school application due on Friday. And I was working on it tonight, and I burst into tears and called my mom, and she was like, Raquel, I don't think you're ready to apply to grad school. And I was like, I think you're right. And basically, my dad's an academic, so I was like, oh no, he's going to be real mad that I'm not applying to grad school for another year at least. And my mom was like, I'll tell him. He'll just be disappointed. And I was like, that's worse. But she just texted saying, he was fine, not disappointed. All he said that is he wants you to find your way.
Yeah, that's good parenting right there.
Yes, and I'm relieved. And now that means I have more time for us to do Runaways recap podcasts.
Oh yeah, all 2 of them. I mean, we're sort of like podcasts like after the season's done.
We're definitely gonna have to keep doing stuff.
Yeah.
And like we have the Oscars to cover.
God damn it! That means I had to watch it. I saw Lady Bird last night.
You saw Lady? How was it? What did you think? Someday we'll talk about.
It fucked me up in a way I did not realize it would.
Oh, wasn't it good?
Like
doesn't Timothée Chalamet being an asshole like
an angsty, edgy asshole? Yeah.
Oh, he's so hot.
Yeah, but anyway,
isn't it like it's just so good.
It was a very good movie. Although, like, I was like realizing today, wait, there are like some things that kind of happened that were kind of like loose at the end, but like I was like, whatever. It's a good movie. Very good movie. Very real.
What?
Very real movie.
It was really real.
I have illegal copies of Lady Bird, The Disaster Artist, I, Tonya, and a 4th movie. Call Me By Your Name. I have
seen Call Me By Your Name, which is gay, and Lady Bird. I'm gonna go see I, Tonya, I think this week.
Yeah.
And no interest in seeing The Disaster Artist.
Oh, I'm gonna eat The Disaster
Artist. I
Artist.
haven't seen Room, so...
I've met Tommy Wiseau. I probably mentioned that before, but I haven't met him.
You have, yeah. He threatened to kill you, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, my friend saw Coco without me tonight. So I was disappointed in that.
Wait, what did they see? Sorry,
Coco.
You broke up for a second.
They saw Coco without me.
I loved Coco.
Coco's a go-go. I don't know. No.
Oh, Coco is such a go-go. You should learn how to go see movies by yourself in theaters.
I've done it before. I did it a lot during college, and I did not like it. No,
I love seeing.
I
movies
saw
alone.
Blade Runner by myself, and I loved it, but I loved the movie. I did not like watching it alone. Same with...
I love watching movies alone. It's like my favorite activity.
Same with Thor Ragnarok, because it was such like a funny, energetic movie, and like not being able to share that with someone like really hampered my experience watching it. And like I wanted to I love like just talking about it immediately afterwards, and I didn't have that with anyone.
Oh, see, I think there's a part of me that really worries when I'm with people and watching movies. Like, I get really fidgety, and so I'm like, oh, they're gonna know that I'm fidgety, and they're gonna think I'm not enjoying it, and what if they're not enjoying it, and like, what if one of us starts to cry, and the other one doesn't start to cry?
Oh, that's
and,
interesting.
What if I really want to cry, but I'm with a person I'm not close enough with to feel comfortable crying?
Yeah.
And what if there's someone who talks during movies and like I'm fine with that, but what if I talk during movies and they're mad at me? Anyway, apparently going to see movies with people makes me anxious.
That's interesting because I'm generally
seeing movies alone.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this fixes everything.
I'm very hyper aware of my surroundings, and I definitely overthink a lot of things, but for some reason, none of that, not a single thing you said happens to me while I watch movies. I'm just like, I'm pretty zoned in, and I do like whispering stupid things to my friends, and like we just exchange looks like whenever like something awesome or like something really stupid happens, and like I kind of savor those moments. Like that happened a lot during The Last Jedi. Like that was a good movie to watch with friends. I felt.
Yeah, there are definitely some movies like I wouldn't have gotten to see The Last Jedi alone. I don't think I'm going to go see I, Tonya alone.
It was The Last Jedi.
I think I'm going to see I, Tonya on a Tinder date. Updates to come.
Yeah. I expect an update on that next week.
We both have Movie Pass, which is how we started talking. Because he was like, you have Movie Pass? I have Movie Pass. And he was like, what movie do you want to see? And I'm like, oh, this is a date, isn't it? It's fine. Just wait. This is going to be the guy that I marry. And you're gonna, like, at my wedding, like, bring up this...
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up this audio clip, yeah.
Be like, Raquel went on this Tinder date to go see I, Tonya with a guy. Should we talk about Runaways?
Oh yeah, we're like 14 minutes in, so like maybe.
This was a good episode.
Oh.
It wasn't that good. There were some serious flaws, but oh man.
I have been saying a lot of things happened in this episode, but like a lot of things happened in this episode. So we started with Molly's parents, right? When they...
Yeah, there's a 10-year flashback.
Uh-huh.
And Molly's parents are with Molly, like, in their lab, and they're nervous about something, and then I wrote, what are these magical rock samples? And then they, like, go to leave, and the door's locked.
Yeah.
And then there's an explosion, and then...
Molly survives, and her eyes start glowing.
Because she was, like, holding the magical rock.
Yeah, so I assume that, first of all, I was like a little bit. I was like on my computer while I was watching this with my sister. So some things I missed were like I didn't know what that rock was, where that came from. I didn't know if that was related to like their crazy like digging operation. But my sister was like, "Why the hell did she survive that explosion?" I was like, "Well, that thing obviously gave her the super strength, right?" So I guess she became. That like made her durable to the crazy explosion that I guess Carolina's mother started?
Yeah. Leslie did it. She locked the door and made the explosion go off. Probably because she knew that they were going to back out and they weren't serious about the operation. Yes. So, then we go back to the present day. Molly is still gone. Then Hot Asian Dad is back. Bryn was actually watching... Bryn, Laura, and I all watched this together last night, and Bryn had never seen any episodes.
That's a good way to do it.
And direct quote about Hot Asian Dad. Bryn goes, is that her boyfriend or her dad? It's her dad.
Oh, man.
Hot Asian Dad who defined the dad bod.
Yeah, the dad bod.
The Hot Asian Dad bod.
Yeah.
Then Church Dad's trying to take over more things. Oh, Greg Sulkin's mom is on TV talking about how Victor is getting...
How Spike is...
Yeah, sorry, I'm using all the wrong names. Spike is getting treatment.
Yep.
And Greg Sulkin's like, why are you lying? Except, like, did you notice that when he turned to his mom, his British accent failed for, like... He just sounded like,
bleed
ever
through?
so slightly British.
Oh, that's probably... Yeah, that happens a lot with, like... You know, when you try to, like, put on the American accent. Like that, it generally slips out every once in a while.
And then... Yeah... Laura said, I think Chase is the actual gayest person I've ever seen. Oh my god, I forgot about the lacrosse bro thing. How they, like, come up to him and they're like, hey, bro, man, we heard about your dad.
Yeah, we're sorry. He's the shit, man.
let's have a bro hug.
Yeah, and it was just like a normal hug. It wasn't even a bro hug.
It was a hug.
Yeah.
It was a group hug.
Yeah, there was nothing bro-y about that hug.
And then the name Runaways is born.
I was like, oh, you better not say that. You better not say that. And then he said, it's like, well, Runaways. I was like, God damn it.
In honor of the people we've lost or couldn't save.
Yeah. It's like that fucking Fantastic Four movie again. And they're like, we should have a name for ourselves. Yeah, something fantastic. Wait, say that again. I was like, oh my God. Real dialogue from that movie.
The Fantastic Four.
Fantastic. Oh no.
Four.
The Four Fantastics. Yeah.
No, the Four Fantastics just doesn't have a good ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another movie I haven't seen.
Don't. Anyway. So they're mad at Chase, right? They're mad at Greg Sulkin
because he destroyed the laptop.
For, like, slam dunking the laptop on the pavement and then stomping on it.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, everyone seems A-okay, like, a couple minutes later. Like, but, like, you know, Nico is still, like, pissy at Alex for reasons.
Reasons that, like, no one's still quite sure about.
Yeah, like, kept secrets and shit, but, like, I don't know. A lot of that stuff isn't really registering to me for some reason. I'm just not really buying it, and like I said last week, like, it feels very artificial.
They just wanted there to be more gay, and they were like, shit, we put her in a straight relationship, didn't we? And bisexuality's a myth.
Control Z on the straight, like...
Undo!
So...
Did you notice that Carolina's boob, when they were in the AV club, she was wearing this, like, bodysuit, and her boob was just, like... so there.
I mean, it was there, but, like...
But it was, like, extra there, and I tend to not notice these things, and I think I was more just like, is she wearing a bra? Like, she must have fake boobs.
Shit. I have to rewatch that scene for scientific purposes, I guess.
For science.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone looked silly in their construction hats. Mm-hmm. So they're building a renewable energy source. That's what we found. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're watching the
VHS tape in the AV
VHS
club,
tape. That Molly was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, yeah, and shakes it a little bit.
Is there something inside?
Yeah. So it was just Molly's parents being like, "Hey, yo, these pride dudes are actually, like, doing some bad stuff. We thought we'd let you, a little girl, know all about this."
Because if you find this, it means we failed.
Yeah. If you're watching this, that means we're dead. Yeah, so I don't know how much that... I mean, there was kind of an info dump, like, this is what they're actually doing now, like, their plan is out there in the open. Jonah's out there with his hard hat, and, you know, people are still like, who the fuck is this guy?
I could not take any of them seriously in those hard hats.
Yeah. And then the do-rag dude is back, and he has, like, an inside man trying to figure out...
And then the inside man got fired.
Yeah. Jeez.
So the renewable energy source is on land that has seismic repercussions and magical rock. That's what I wrote.
Yeah.
So they decide that they're gonna, like, infiltrate this construction site during the dance, which is my favorite trope of
yeah,
TV
like
shows.
we had the fundraiser, we had the open house, then we have the dance. So I don't even remember seeing that much of the dance. I just remember them, like, sneaking around, and then, you know, the scene happened.
We haven't even gotten there. But this part was also sponsored by Lyft, because Greg Sulkin's about to leave, and his mom's like, do you want to borrow the car? And he's like, no, I'm gonna take a Lyft.
Yeah, and then he also, like, says, oh, by the way, dating's heteronormative, all that Gert stuff rubbing off of him, and then, some other stuff happens later.
I love, he was standing, okay, we should just talk about it. He was standing, so they get to the dance, and no one goes inside except for Gert and Greg Sulkin.
Yeah.
And Greg Sulkin's just standing at the top of the stairs, like, looking down.
I know, that shot, that's such a classic, yeah.
And I was like, oh, beautiful. Such angst. Teen angst.
Oh, man.
And then they have an entire conversation about how, like, Gert feels invisible and, like, he never saw her. And he's like, this life is bullshit. And she was like, well, if we're all gonna die, might as well have one last dance.
I see you.
And then she brings him... Where were they?
I don't know. They were like... It's a very fancy-looking building, so, like, I can't even differentiate.
But I, like, assumed it was the school, but I guess it wasn't the school. It was, like, an event center or something.
I thought it was a school at first, but I couldn't really tell. Like,
because
it all
then
looks...
they go to, like, the Tenenbaum wedding. Like, they're in a Jewish wedding reception hall. And they start dancing, and then he's like, I always saw you. And she's like, I know you did. And then he kisses her, and they have a steamy makeout session, and then they start taking off their clothes.
Yeah, the clothes came
off. And then there's, like, saliva everywhere, and some tongue.
Yep. That was the most steamiest the steam could have gotten in the show.
Yeah, I was really excited about it.
Man.
All I wrote was there better be steam, and then I wrote steam in all caps 4 times.
It's in giant letters. It just like takes up half the page. Like
steam, 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 steam.
Man.
And then everyone's in the car being like, "What's taking them so long?" Nico's like, "I'll go check." Alex is like, "Do you want some company?" Nico says, "Can you tell I rewatched this scene?"
I mean, Shelley rewinded this.
Did she?
Right after
oh, bless her.
Right after it happened, she started, like, slapping me. She was like, oh my god, gay, 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 gay. And then, like, she took the remote from me and then just, like, rewinded it back to that entire sequence. So I didn't object to,
These
because,
are
like,
important things.
I liked what I saw. We should talk about what happened. So I don't know. They didn't really try that hard to look for them, and then they're just they're just standing in the hallway, and Carolina's.
Oh, but Nico invites Carolina in with her.
Yeah.
And then they like look around, and they're like, "Yeah." Nico's like, "Nope, no one's here."
All is lost. And then Carolina's just like, "Hey," and then like kind of starts smooching her, and I don't know.
And then like pulls away a little bit, and then Nico's like,
yeah, and then,
like goes in.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
And then they have that classic like, if we're gonna die tonight, I didn't think I'd have the chance to do it again.
Yeah. And then Gert, and in the classic like sitcom fashion, like Gert and Greg Sulkin come out like clearly like having like just putting their clothes on. And then they all just kind of exchange looks as they all, like, process what is happening at that moment. And I was like, yeah, this seems typical. This is fine. I'm okay with all this that's happening right now. And then Shelley rewinds it, and then we watch it again.
And then Shelley rewinds it again. And then you watch it again. I was looking at the Gert and Greg Sulkin ship tag on Tumblr during my lunch break today, and I was just like, I should not be as okay with all of these gifts as I am.
What is the ship name? Is it just like Grace? Like
it's worse than
Kurt?
No, it's worse than that.
Please.
It's the laziest ship name I've ever seen. It's just Gert Chase.
Are you kidding me?
It's just Gert Chase.
I mean, Grace and Kurt are already names by themselves, so maybe that's, I don't know.
Gertrude.
Carolina.
Oh, and Carolina and Nico's is Dean Noru.
That's her last
Carolina
name.
Dean, and Nico, I don't know what her last name is. At least that's better than Gert Chase.
Gert Chase.
Because like
dire.
Like, they had the see the thing is I think Gert Chase would work if people actually called Gertrude. But since they don't call Gertrude, it just sounds like they took their two names and
they just got Elmer's like messy Elmer's glue and just like kind of masked them together. Like just duct taped them together crudely. I don't know. That's disappointing.
They just took some Sharpie and wrote over the rude part and made it Gert Chase.
Yeah,
and then basically all of them go
into the construction site.
Realize that they're going to the construction site. Jonah's like, "You guys are morons.
You guys are
that you think idiots. They don't know what's going on."
So it was Church Dad who tattletaled, right? After being in cahoots with Carolina.
Was it you that thought that Church Dad was gonna die?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna die, but like it turns out he's just an asshole.
I think he just, like, realized that he was left out of all of this and is bitter and mad. Because he feels like a moron.
Do you think it's possible that he might double-cross Jonah, or is he just straight up bad now?
I think he might double-cross Jonah. I don't think his intentions are bad. I think he might die first.
Right. Either way, I think there's going to be some sort of turn with him. I don't think he's just, like, going to be in this bad guy mode for, like, the entire last episode.
I definitely think he's just sort of realizing how much of his life has been a lie.
Mm-hmm.
And that the last, like, 20 years, there's been all of this stuff that's been going on underneath his nose. And Carolina's not even his daughter, so that's gonna create some type of
You're not my dad.
drama.
Worst of all, he probably doesn't actually know Kung Fu from his movies. Like he claimed.
What a fucking liar.
The worst lie of all.
That's the real reason his life is a lie.
Yeah.
He claims to know Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Was that last episode?
Yes, when he was trying to stop Chase from getting to his dad because Jonah was doing some shady shit.
Yeah. Do you want me to yell at you about the sound you're making?
Oh, I'm fidgeting right now. I'm sorry. I'm like kind of like...
This is an audio medium. You can't fidget.
I'm tapping on my, like, the bottom of my desk here. I'm just kind of like...
And I can hear it.
Swerving. Yeah, okay. I'm also, like, still chewing on this candy cane.
Yeah, I know. At least that's sensual.
Yeah, giving you a show. So, what was the actual plan at the construction site? Because
I have no idea.
Like, I was like, wait, why the fuck are you pushing that thing into the hole? What's the hole there for? What are Gert and Chase doing? Also, why are they arguing about this, like, right now? And also, why am I laughing so much at Chase saying, we have to focus on the mission?
He's like, I got the sex, I got the girl, now I need to become the hero.
The mission!
Like, I can't worry about how my dick feels right now.
Yeah.
And Gert's like, oh no. Oh, so one of the big things that they were discussing on Tumblr, and then I was also lightly discussed this with Laura. Laura and I did not realize that they had sex. I was like, there's no way they had sex.
I thought they did.
They were in there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The passage of time, it's the pretty, like fluid thing in TV. Like, when they were taking the clothes, I thought that was like the signal that they were doing it.
But maybe they just like had a, I don't know. Anyway, Laura was like, "There's no way they had sex," and I was like, "They might have had sex, but I wasn't sure about the timing." And then Gert's like, "We had sex in the middle of the Tenenbaum wedding."
Yeah, that happens.
And it's obvious he wants something more, and she wants something more, but, like, they're not saying anything. It's so teen. This is all could be resolved in the next episode.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to end the season with them thinking that was just a one-night stand. You know what's really going to happen? Here's my official Raquel prediction.
Okay.
Get ready.
I'm ready.
Something's going to happen. This is classic. I've already made this prediction.
Something's going to happen. Yep.
Well, I made it like episodes ago, where something's gonna happen where Greg or Gert are put in like serious danger, and the other one thinks that the other is like gonna die and freaks out, and then when they're reunited, they're like, "I was so worried about you," and then they have like a passionate kiss, and then everyone's like, "Wait, you guys are together?" And they're like, "Oops," and Gert's like, "I'm a bad feminist because all I want is a heterosexual relationship with a lax bro." And then, Greg Sulkin's just like, I'm getting it. Like, all my old life was bullshit anyway. My dad's dead. The world's gonna end. Might as well get with the girl with purple hair.
Yeah.
That's mine.
And then credits. That's the whole...
Yeah.
That's
Also, I like that we have not talked at all about Carolina and Nico. Well, we did a little bit, but not really.
We did. I mean, they didn't really follow up on that the same way they did with Gert and Chase, like in the construction scene. I don't know. I would have liked if they did that. I don't know. They just had to have that. They had to focus on Molly pushing a truck into a hole.
Literally, I didn't understand that at all. Like, what were they doing?
I thought I missed something, but like knowing like since you're also confused, I was like, okay, they just didn't do a good job describing this.
They literally were like, okay, we're gonna fill in this giant hole and that'll solve the problem. Which, like, that's not quite how it works.
Let Alex do his job as a...
You know, my real favorite part of this was, like, me living vicariously through Gert and having a steamy scene with Greg Sulkin.
Yes, yeah.
But, like, my second favorite part of this entire episode was when the parents and the children are walking towards each other.
Yeah.
Just yelling. Mm-hmm. Like, dramatically being like, we're doing this for you! We're a family! No, we're a family! And they're like, it looks so stupid.
I know. I was like, am I watching... This is like what me watching Power Rangers as a kid was like. Like, they're just in a rock quarry, just like having a dramatic standoff. And nothing makes sense.
It was so stupid. Yeah, and then... Carolina takes off her bracelet, she starts to glow, and then...
Her mom's like, wait, what the fuck's happening?
And then she was like, I was afraid of this, and then that's the end of the episode.
Yeah. I do like the part when they realize that the kids are, like, conspiring against them, and they all look for, like, their individual weapons. Like, they look for the raptor, they look for the staff, they look for the fistagon. I guess they look for the fistigons, and then... Alex's parents, like, look to see if he got the gun, which he did not get, I guess.
But he's like, but my ID card is missing.
Yeah, it's like, that's a superpower.
I love the way that Alex is like, I have a superpower, I swear.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that can really do nothing. Well, except be smart.
Yeah, I feel like he has not been that smart in this show. Like, he's been, like, the dude telling people what to do, but, like...
He decrypted the thing
before
Greg Sulkin smashed the laptop.
Yeah, I feel like things go awry, or, like, the... whatever's going on with Nico now happens, like...
Yeah.
He's not doing a good job being the Elmer's glue that holds it all together.
Being the Chris incarnate.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a pretty big cliffhanger they ended on.
Yeah, and we have one more episode to go before the end of the season.
Yeah. Someone's gonna die, probably. Like, that has to happen. Like,
do you think this is the end of Spike's time?
Well, they basically, like, preserved him. Like, they have to open that thing up eventually.
I bet he's gonna wake up at the very end of the last episode of
like
the first
season 2 bad guy.
Yeah, like the first season's gonna end with him like coming to life and opening his eyes.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if he'll actually run away. Like, maybe something bad will happen, like, to the point where, like, they cannot go back home.
Maybe.
Hence
but they're called the Runaways. For all the people they couldn't save.
Yeah. But what if they can't save themselves?
What if they are the Yeah, what if they just start a, like, hippie commune in, like, the forests of California, where they all just are, like, nudists, and Greg Sulkin and Gert just have a lot of sex, and then, like,
procreating.
Carolina and Alex and Nico enter into a throuple.
Yeah.
And then Molly's just like, I'm too young for this.
I'm gonna stand over here, away from,
and push some large objects.
Push some large, yeah. Gonna try to figure out what all this primitive technology is. And picks it all up and starts shaking it.
And pretend that I haven't been exposed to a throuple. This is my prediction for season 2.
The raptor is, like, standing guard. And,
the raptor's like their dog.
I know. Yo, that raptor's gonna fuck up some dudes. Can't wait to see that. Because, like, I don't know if this is correct, but I think the parents have superpowers in the comics, but not so much in the show. I mean, like, Nico's mom will have the staff, since she just kind of, like, called it back with her magic, but not actually magic.
Yeah, but, like, hot Asian dad doesn't have superpowers. Besides, like, nerdy parents are just smart. Church mom's just church mom. I guess Jonah technically has powers, and he's, like, given church dad some gloves or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, I'm interested to see if, like, there will be an actual battle, or if it's gonna be, like, more yelling, like the first 10 minutes of this last episode.
That was so dumb.
Yeah.
But the people of Tumblr were very excited about all of the ships that came to fruition.
Yeah.
The ships that sailed into port.
Yeah.
I hate myself for saying that. And, like, basically, everyone hates straight people in the fandom. And they were just like, oh, people are only talking about Gert Chase, and we need more Dinoru in our lives.
It's all
And
bad
I'm like,
names,
shit, am I
whatever.
one of those? Because I love Gert Chase.
I know you do. I really know
I
you do.
think Gert Chase might be my Runaways OTP.
You're part of the problem.
I think I am part of the problem. But people were also saying that Runaways already saved 20 gay teen. Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
We forgot about this.
Yeah, I
Happy
forgot.
New Year,
It is 28.
listeners.
Is 2K. I'm not saying 2018. I'm just saying 2K18 because it just sounds stupider.
I'm tempted to hang up on you.
Happy 2K.
End of podcast. Do you remember, like, 2K12? Like, people would say that a lot our freshman year of college. 2K12, 2K13, and I was always
Yeah.
like, this is dumb.
I like saying 010, 011, 012,
018. I'm exclusively going to be calling this year 018.
018.
Have you heard about what this year is? So 2017 was in theory the year of no bullshit.
Yeah.
But for being the year of no bullshit, there was a lot of bullshit in
Yeah.
2017.
That was pretty, yeah.
So I decided
avoid
that
it.
2018 is the year of being realistic about your bullshit.
Yeah, you did text me that because we can't wake up in time to do early
Chris
podcasts.
suggested recording today, and I was like, let's be realistic about our bullshit.
Yeah, because you said 10, you said 8, and I was like, AM or PM, like hoping you would say PM.
It's PM.
Yeah.
No, today I woke up at 8:30 intending to get to work at 10,
Right.
and I got to work at 11.
Yeah.
Mostly because I got distracted looking up the horoscopes of the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. Yep. That'll do it.
I'm not a morning person.
Yeah, no, I'm with you right there. I've been very lazy this week because, like, my internship's done, so I was like, oh, I can, like, wake up whenever the fuck I want to. And I was like, I'll take, like, one off day on Monday and just, like, do nothing and just, like, play video games, relax, exercise, not write anything. And then that kind of bled into Tuesday, then it bled into today. I was like, okay, this will be my off week.
Chris.
Yeah, but like it's gonna happen where like, okay, I'll get back to work on Monday, and then like before I know it, it's gonna be like an off month. So I'm trying to
Have it. Don't be like, I'll get back to work on Monday. Just be like, I'll get back to work in an hour.
yeah.
Like, don't do it on a day-by-day basis. The time is now. Carpe diem.
Carpe candy cane.
Carpe minuto. Carpe candy cane.
Carpe Carolina.
There's our Carpe candy cane is our episode title,
Yeah,
I think.
it's pretty good.
Carpe candy
Either that
cane.
or the Woke Bay. I'm not sure, but they're both pretty good.
Woke Bay. Greg, did you know one time I was hanging out with my sister and my brother-in-law, and we were having a discussion about how this one person on The Bachelorette is a woke bae, and that all we wanted was a woke bae, and my sister turns to, like, her fiance and is like, Brian, are you my woke bae? And he was just, like, looked at her, and he was like, if you ever call me that again, I'm taking that ring back.
Oh my god.
He is a woke bae. I just want my own personal work.
Oh,
woke
sure.
bae.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy I'm gonna go see I, Tanya with is a woke bae.
Yeah, I mean, if I already hear the wedding bells. It all started with MoviePass. This will be in the commercial for MoviePass, like in several years.
You're like, and these two people
It'll
met
be
on
like-
Tinder, and
yeah.
since both their bios mentioned MoviePass, they went and saw a movie.
The
with
rest
MoviePass.
is history. Excuse me.
Nice. That was
Yeah.
like a solid 5 burp.
Yeah, depends on it depends on the scale and like the people you expose yourself to and how the quality of their burps, because like on some scales like that was like a 2. And I was like,
That's
Jesus
true.
Christ, like who do you hang out with that is burping like so prominently?
Well, it's just like there's volume, there's like power, there's length, there's like how disgusting is it? Like how much are you like, oh, that's like a step away from vomit?
Yeah, that's yeah, like a spreadsheet like with like you put in the numbers in the field and it like automatically averages the number. Like
Literally, my old roommate and I'm not a burper. Have I told you about the burp fart binary?
please tell me.
This is the way that Lindsay and I became friends. We were sitting in studio, and I was like, I'm convinced that there's a burp fart binary, and you're either a burp person or a fart person, and there's not really in between. And Lindsay was like, I think I'm fart curious. But Lindsay's like 100% a burp person.
Oh my god.
And I'm 100% a fart person.
Wow. It's like TNA, except it's B and F. I don't know.
So I'm convinced there's a burp fart binary. My old roommate was a burper, and whenever he burped, I would rate his burp. And whenever I'd give him like a shitty rating, he'd always like he'd like make himself burp more so that he would get a higher rating, because then it was like, well, at least this was like an extended series of burps, and like how was this series of burps in comparison to like one nice burp, which is like one tiny like, oh, I just ate burp.
Yeah, eventually you're gonna get diminishing returns on those burps. Like
Yeah.
it's I don't know if that's the way to go.
And like Lindsay and I worked together for like 2.5 months, and Lindsay would like always keep their burps in, and then one day we were all working late, and so we ordered Chinese food, and right after we finished eating, Lindsay's like, I'm gonna burp and it's gonna be gross, and I'm warning you. And they start burping, and like everyone in the store is like, oh my god, that was disgusting. And Lindsay was like, bro, I warned you.
They
I
all
warned
grab
everyone."
signs like and like little 9s and 10s on
Right? I would have given that burp a solid 9.
Yeah.
It was a disgusting burp. It was like, I could feel the Chinese food. It was really disgusting.
Hit me in the face.
I'm also not a burper, so
Yeah.
like I find burping really weird and
Yeah.
like kind of disgusting. So that's the burp fart binary.
I was about to ask how this started. I was like, oh wait, I burped just now.
And I rated it.
And the rest is history.
Do you have anything else to say about Runaways?
I was going to ask you about your New Year's resolutions, but yeah, this is a Runaways podcast.
Oh no, I can talk about my New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, I want to...
Oh, here, I will pull up my list.
Oh,
I have a list.
a list.
I don't like calling them New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
Every year I write a list, and it's called plans/goals/things.
Slash stuff.
Yeah.
Slash
So these are my
miscellaneous.
2018 plans/goals/things. Develop a healthy routine in my new apartment. Because I don't have one, because I immediately moved in here and started working nonstop because of Christmas. My next one is get better about waking up.
Stay woke, like literally woke.
Like literally
get
woke,
woke.
but also like being able to set only 2 alarms and getting up after the second one.
Yeah.
Get over my fear of dating. Because I have a fear of dating.
All right.
Stop being late to work. grad school shit, learn how to budget like a real ass adult, stop procrastinating things that scare you, and then this one's just about eating. I want to learn how to stop eating when I'm full. I don't know how to do that. So those are my New Year's resolutions. Mm-hmm. Would you like any witty commentary?
No, those all sounded like fine and all like you should, do it. All of that.
Be a good person.
Just overall, that's the umbrella resolution.
Carpe
there.
candy cane.
Carpe candy cane.
What are your New Year's resolutions, Chris?
So mine is really just like time management, and I will kind of like split off into the other things that I need. So I've been trying to exercise every day now. Just get on my shit with like actually planning my day out, because like I have my calendar which I rely on, but like in terms of actually physically writing down like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Video games is kind of like my medium for like relaxation, and like it's how people feel about books. It's kind of how that's the arts medium that I'm comfortable absorbing, and like so I kind of have like a back catalog of games that I'm trying to get through. I don't know about dating, because like I'm not afraid of dating. I have like a reluctance. Like
I'm literally afraid of it.
Right.
Like I have not really gone on a date sober in like 3 years.
Like
because I would just like get nervous and be like, okay, I'll just take a couple of shots beforehand.
Jeez.
And I like, that's not good. Yeah. That's not healthy. And like now I'm at a point where like if I want to go on a date, I just don't and I avoid it.
I don't really have maybe a little bit, but like not so much a desire. But even if that does exist, like I just feel like I'd rather be spending time doing other stuff instead.
That's literally how I was for the past year. I was like, I could go on a date, or I could like lay in my bed and watch Netflix.
Yeah, like fucking yeah. Like there've been several days, like I feel like half of every week I feel very antisocial and just want to like just be by myself. I mean, like I don't want to talk too much about this, but I still have like, instincts and urges. But I was like. Do you know, I think there have been
sometimes you gotta fart and sometimes you gotta burp.
Yeah, exactly. I think there have been 2 or 3 separate occasions, and you're probably one of them, where with like the conversation, like a portion of the conversation was me being like, I would kiss Cole Sprouse, but like Riverdale Cole Sprouse, and the other person going, me too. And this exchange has happened like 2 or 3 times in the past week alone on different occasions, and I was like,
and you're like, maybe I need to kiss someone.
Yeah, it's been a while since
I kissed my friend Camillo at midnight on New Year's Eve, and he's a gay man, so it's not like it was like a sensual kiss. But like 20 minutes later, my sister, who was at this party, gets a text message saying, I heard you made out with someone. And I'm like, really? And I'm partially convinced that this one person was the one who texted her about it. Mm-hmm. And he's complicated. I'm nervous she'll listen to this and be like, really?
Yeah.
This again? But yes, no, urges, you're human. You're not married, though, so like...
And what?
You're not married. So you can only do so much.
Yeah, sure. Because like I feel like the only way to really like fulfill that is by like actually... Because... When like New Year's Day, I like all of the dating apps that I have in my phone and that I don't ever touch, they're all like, it's peak hours right now. Like, see who your first date of 2018 will be, and like, look how many people like you. And I'm like, you are lying. No one likes me on this shit.
Did you know that my Tinder, it says, guess what my favorite wine is, and I'll treat you to a glass. Or something along those lines. Like,
all right.
correctly guess what my favorite wine is. Oh, maybe that's why guys are like, okay, I guessed. Whatever. And it just means that I get a lot of really awful guesses.
Mm-hmm.
Like one guy who literally said, my guess is Pinot Grigio, and I wrote, no. And he was like, I don't know any other wine. I was like, really? Then it's not gonna work out between us.
Oh, man.
Anyway, dating's awful.
Yeah, I feel like there will be, like, one of these days, like, it could be, like, tomorrow, it could be the next day or the day after, but I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole where I'm just, like, swiping left and right and starting futile attempts to chat with people who will never reply to me. I've only literally held, like, one conversation with someone on Bumble, of all apps, in the past few months. Yeah, it's actually, like, a queer person who, like, cosplays and likes Homestuck, and I was like, okay. But that conversation, like, we were both like, I'm bad at messaging, and she's like, yeah, I am too, and it's evident because I don't think we've chatted in, like, a week now.
That's something.
Yeah, but I might, like, just poke her again whenever I feel like interacting with other human beings. I don't know. I will try the OkCupid again.
Look at this. Oh, now I'm, of course, swiping since we're talking about
Yeah.
it. Look at this guy and his dog.
Yeah.
This is David, 29. Mm-hmm. I make bad music and write silly stories. Sometimes I like to pretend I can't be summarized on social media profiles. He's cute.
Yeah.
We'd have really blind children.
I thought you said blind.
Wait, that is what I said.
Wait, I thought you said blonde. I thought you actually said blonde, but it sounded
no,
like blind.
I said blind.
Wait, I was so... Wait, what?
Both of us wear big glasses. This guy...
I thought, like, this come out of the womb and they just can never see, like, during the... Like, what a terrible fate.
No, they would just... Do you ever... you don't wear glasses. This is something
No, I
that
have perfect
definitely
eyesight.
think about. Because I have awful eyesight, and whenever I meet someone who also has awful eyesight, I'm like, well, we're dooming our children. They're gonna have bad eyesight. And that's also how I feel whenever I'm, like, interested in, like, a bald guy. Because, like, I have no problem with guys who are bald, and I really don't care if you go bald young, and, like, I'd rather that guys, like, embrace it than, like, pretend they're not balding for, like, 20 years.
Yeah.
My last boyfriend was bald, so I'm allowed to have this opinion.
Yeah,
But,
you have the credentials.
Yeah, but, like, my dad is bald, and every single man in my family is bald, and since technically it comes through the maternal line, my children are gonna be bald. But, so whenever I'm, like, dating a guy who, like, balded prematurely, I'm like, oh god.
Are you ready for some bald children?
We're gonna have some bald-ass babies. Like, they're just gonna, like, come out of the womb and never grow hair.
You know, I was, so I read this Marvel website, and so on our Slack chat, one of the writers, Rhiannon, is not really fond of Runaways and is not really into the teen drama. And I was like, oh, you like it's. I'm tolerating it more, like watching it with you is what I told her, and she's like, yeah, I should really listen to your podcast. So I'm kind of like wondering, like, if she was like listening to this right now, like on SoundCloud, like, just like, what's up?
These are my New Year's resolutions. Let's talk about gender dating.
Bald
Let's talk
children.
About Raquel's bald children.
My desire to kiss emo boys and goth girls.
And my, like, complicated relationship with people at the New Year's Eve party I was at.
Yeah.
Oh,
I had
boy.
a chill New Year's. It was just me, my friend M, and their cat.
Beautiful.
We watched The Da Vinci Code.
Why?
because we were scrolling through like the Apple TV, like iTunes movies, and we were like, I think we joked about National Treasure or something like that. But then like we were scrolling, I just said offhand because we were scrolling over. I said I had never seen the Da Vinci Code, just like casually, and then M. was like, I have to show you the Da Vinci Code. And it was by far, like, one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Isn't Tom Hanks in that?
Tom Hanks is in it. His hair is out of this world in that movie.
Is it on par with National Treasure?
It is not as fun as National Treasure. It's as ridiculous, except it has a bunch of Jesus nonsense.
Oh, beautiful!
Like it's I described it to my sister last night as Bible fan fiction.
Did I tell you about how Lindsay? So I told you about how Lindsay and I had this ongoing bit about how Jesus was really pissed that the three kings were 12 days late to his birthday.
Yeah.
Basically, Lindsay like needed to buy something, but we wanted to close up the store. We were really hungry. So I was just like, whatever, just remind me and I'll invoice you for it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So I send them an invoice. I'm gonna cough.
That was a 4. No.
That was really
Are you a cougher or a sneezer?
I don't think there's a cough sneeze binary.
I know.
Can the title of the episode be the burp fart binary?
Now Lindsay has to listen to this.
Anyway, so I was like, I'll invoice it. And when you invoice on the website of the company where I work for, you can write like a little note to the person who you're invoicing it to, so that you'll just be like, hi, thank you for your order. As soon as you fill this, we'll go ahead and start fulfilling it and be ready to go. And rather than doing that for Lindsay, I just wrote this like really elaborate story about how I was like doing this on like Christmas Eve or like the day before, like the 23rd or something. And so I was writing about how like Mary was really pissed because like she didn't even get laid for this bullshit, and like she's about to give birth to the Son of God, and Joseph's like, you 100% were cheating on me. And then like the three kings are like trying to get there, but they're like, motherfucker, we're late. And like that day I had been really late to work because of subway stuff, so I was just like wrote all about how the three kings were like, the MTA is really screwing us over right now, and like the G train, no idea where it is. No, and this is what I did for like an hour at work a couple days before Christmas.
That's fun.
Anyway,
Da Vinci. We watched the Da Vinci. Oh, then we watched Mariah Carey not mess up, but she was just like standing on the stage and like not moving, like she didn't have to dance, unlike last year, which kind of messed things up.
I didn't really watch that. I went to my sister and my brother-in-law host a party every year, so I went to that.
Yeah.
I drank a lot of wine.
We were actively trying to not get lit that night. All we had was like the one glass of champagne each.
That's so nice.
It was very wholesome. It was very pure. We gave each other like a very like platonic hug and like polite kisses on the cheek, like fun kisses on the cheek, and then we just watched what the fuck is that guy's name? I'm literally like typing this up.
Right as I was kissing Camillo, I turned and saw two people next to me shake hands. Like, Happy New Year! And I was like, oh.
I'm laughing. There's so much clipping going on in Audacity because I'm laughing so hard right now.
I didn't think that was going to be that funny.
It's really funny.
I am pretty sure the guy was like hitting on the girl too, and like she was just like, "We're not even like a
hug
right now.
or an embrace, or like at least a high five or a fist bump. Happy New Year. Just like a thumbs up.
Did I ever tell you about how one time, this was like in 10th or 11th grade, I went on a date to go see The Social Network.
Because of Andrew Garfield.
Okay, so there's so many layers to the story. And I was about to ask you if we could wrap up, and now instead I'm going to tell you about this date that I went on like 7 years ago. Basically, I went on a date with an older boy. He was a year older and he had a car. So he's like, let's go to The Social Network. We go. We watch the movie, we, like, don't hold hands, nothing happens. I'm sitting there being like, the guy who plays Eduardo, like, very hot. Like, I'm into it, and I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
So, like, the boy drives me home, and he, like, parks in my driveway, and I was like, okay, thanks, bye. And he's like, oh no, I'll walk you to your door. And I was like, because all I knew is I did not want to kiss this boy.
Yeah.
And also, basically he, like, walks me to my door, but the way that the house that I grew up in worked was that it was, like, the front door, and there were windows in the front door that went straight to my family room. And my parents were sitting on the sofa watching TV. And I, like, glance, and I see them, and I glance towards this boy, and I'm like, okay, see you later, bye! And I waved. And he was like, bye!
Oh, the wave, yeah.
And I waved and walked inside. And I ended up dating this guy's best friend, like, less than a year later. And this guy, that turned out to be, like, my serious high school boyfriend is this guy's best friend.
Wow.
But, like, when my high school boyfriend and I were talking about it, and he was like, yeah, he came home from that date and was like, I just went on the best date ever. And I
got a
there
wave
like, bro, I
from
waved
her.
to him.
Yeah.
I waved to him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so one time I waved to a guy at the end of the date. And the next time I saw an Andrew Garfield movie on a date, I dumped the guy afterwards. So don't bring me to see Andrew Garfield movies.
Noticing a theme here.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2 and The Social Network.
Mm-hmm. Just watching Martin Scorsese's Silence, like, with Adam Driver. Adam Driver's in that movie.
In what?
Silence.
Oh.
It's Andrew Garfield and Adam Driver.
Right, I don't want to see that.
Yeah, it's on Amazon Prime, so I'm gonna watch it.
It is on Amazon Prime, and I thought about watching it, and then I watched some other indie movie
I will watch any Scorsese movie. Hugo's a good movie. Hugo's a good Scorsese movie.
I don't think I've seen very many Scorsese.
I think you'd like Hugo. But everything else he's made is like
animated.
No, but it's very. There's very visual effects heavy, so it has like this. It was like kind of made for 3D, but it's definitely like a visual like splendor, let's call it.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice. It's I think it's really Martin Scorsese's only like family friendly movie because everything else is about like gangsters and Leonardo DiCaprio as an asshole banker and like I don't know. Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay. Another movie I haven't seen.
Also a good movie.
Oops. If it came out in the last like 3 years and was nominated for anything, I've seen it. But like anything
it was like
before that,
it was like
in
it's like 4 years and it was nominated for stuff, so you might have like just missed the cutoff date.
Missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I started obsessively, I think it was 3 years ago, obsessively watching every single movie that was nominated.
Yeah. I kind of missed the boat on that the past 2 years. Like I still have not seen Spotlight.
Do it this year
or
and then
Moonlight.
come for my Oscar viewing party.
Oh, yeah. You always do that and I can never make it for reasons unknown to me.
Last year you were
make it
doing
happen.
like Filipino bowling.
Yes,
I literally was like, Chris, come to my
I
party,
got a
and
text
you were
message saying, "Hey, like the dude who was on my team last year, will not stop bothering my dad. To like he wants me to know he wants to know if I am bowling this winter, and I kind of don't want to."
Say you can't because you have to watch the Oscars.
I have to watch the Oscars that week.
That should be our series. Because Runaways is going to end next week.
Yeah, we should
and
watch...
we should just do, like, quick, like, 15 to 20-minute discussions of each Best Picture nominated.
Yeah, I gotta see, like, the Golden Globe, like, to just get an idea of, like, what the...
normally focus on the Academy Awards.
Yeah, but like, it's, like, the kind of
kind
of a prelude of sorts, like Shape of Water, and it's, like, maybe even, like, Get Out is probably gonna be amongst that.
I don't want to see Get Out. You know, I haven't seen it.
Why?
Get Out's too old. Get Out came out too long ago.
I mean, same with, like, Grand Budapest Hotel was in that, like, date range. Same with Mad Max Fury Road, and they both, like, got hella, like, when the awards came.
Well, what was the first movie? The Grand Budapest Hotel? But that's Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson's on, like, a different level. They usually,
kind of feed him, like, a best original screenplay nomination, but he doesn't really get jack shit, and that was, like, the year of Wes Anderson. Mm-hmm. Like, he finally got his due.
He should win. Well, he's about to come out with a new movie, but I don't really like his animated stuff.
Alfred Dog. Oh, I love Fantastic Mr. Fox, though. I like that movie.
Okay, so I have opinions about Wes Anderson. Okay, we're gonna go through the 2018 Golden Globe nominations for this year as well.
Dunkirk, The Post, The Shape of Water, 3 Billboards, and Call Me by Your Name are in drama.
Oh, I've only seen Call Me by Your Name. Not Grace. Bryn and I have been meaning to see 3 Billboards.
Yeah, I love the first 2 films that director made. So I'm like
who's the director?
He's like some like British playwright. He did a movie called In Bruges with Colin Farrell.
Okay.
And 7 Psychopaths, also with Colin Farrell.
I'm sensing
I don't think Colin Farrell is in this new movie though, but
the director? Oh, and the writer.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an Irish dude. Martin I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna say it wrong, but yeah, he is a good writer, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna like this movie. Under musical or comedy, which is always a weird category because they always throw stuff that just did not fit in drama. They got The Disaster Artist, The Greatest Showman, I, Tonya, Lady Bird. Yeah, it's not exactly like.
I guess it's a comedy.
This is always a weird category. Like, The Martian won Best Musical or Comedy a couple years ago.
Serious?
People were
like The Martian with Matt Damon.
Yes, and like Matt Damon was like a funny character, but it was not a comedy movie. But they just like wanted to fit it in anyway, and like all the comedy filmmakers were all very pissed off at this move because Get Out is in Best Musical or Comedy this year.
That makes sense to me more.
It's like it's satire, but like it's more of a thriller than a comedy. Yeah. It's definitely not a musical like The Greatest Showman.
What's the premise of The Post?
Something about the I think it's like the Washington
first female
Post
publisher of a major American newspaper.
Yeah, Washington Post, like getting their hands on the Pentagon Papers during Nam.
Oh, I should go see that.
It's Spielberg directed. It has Meryl Streep and Tom Hanks, so it's obviously like, hey, look at us, sweetie, we're gonna get awards.
And I really need to see Dunkirk because of my main man Harry Styles.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it's like I love how Chris Nolan cast Harry Styles and did not know he was famous until after the fact.
Beautiful.
His kids had to tell him that he was famous.
And I feel like I need to see The Shape of Water just for like. It's The Shape of Water. There's fish sex.
Yeah, I want to see her bang the fish man.
I don't.
Also, it's Del Toro. I love Del Toro movies. Pan's Labyrinth. Pan's Labyrinth's a beautiful film.
I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth.
Oh, man. Devil's Backbone's beautiful. Hellboy, great movies. Pacific Rim is okay. I have not seen Crimson Peak.
Ansel Elgort was nominated for Baby Driver.
Was he?
Yeah, for
Oh.
comedy.
Cool. He was good in that movie. I didn't think he was spectacular, but like he was pretty good in that.
I also
course.
meant to go see
Daniel
the
Day
Florida
Lewis.
Project, but that's not really.
Oh,
nominated
that
for
is the
much.
movie. That's the other movie that I have an illegal copy of now.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have Movie Pass,
yeah.
so
I love how Christopher Plummer was nominated for All the Money in the World, like the role that he replaced Kevin Spacey.
oh god,
Yeah. Armie Hammer was nominated for
was
Best
he
Supporting
really
Actor.
for supporting actor? Call Me by Your Name was very good. I have an illegal copy, and I've rewatched it a couple of times now. It'll make you feel very lonely.
Oh, good. That's exactly the
Right.
feeling I need these days.
But it definitely, like, I had some very introspective thoughts about my relationships after watching it.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I was like, love. Let's think about that.
I love how The Boss Baby was nominated for Best Animated Picture,
Was it really?
next to
Wait, what
Coco.
was- The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Coco, Ferdinand, and Loving Vincent.
I'm sure those other 3 movies that I haven't heard of are good, but I have literally never heard of those.
Yeah.
First They Killed My Father. Isn't that the Angelina Jolie directed thing?
I don't know.
Under Best Foreign Language Film. Yeah, that's Angelina Jolie.
Oh, Big Little Lies, limited series or television movie. Oh, everyone was nominated for Big Little Lies.
Yeah, I was like, man, I love Fargo. I'm so glad Fargo's in there. But like,
Big Little
man,
Lies is so good. I haven't seen Fargo, but
Kyle
Big Little Lies is
MacLachlan
really
for
good.
Twin Peaks. Oh man, I'm so happy. It's a good show.
Laura Dern,
Laura Dern.
Shailene Woodley.
Oh,
Alexander
damn it!
Skarsgård.
I thought it was gonna be Laura Dern for Twin Peaks, not Laura Dern for Big Little Lies. I'm
No, it was-
disappointed because she was
Laura
also
Dern in Twin Peaks?
Laura Dern was iconic in Twin Peaks. She had like red hair, and she just said "fuck you" to literally every single character. She was such an icon.
What day are the...
I want to say the 7th,
With January 7th? The Golden
Yes.
Globes?
like Sunday night.
Like Sunday. Like in
And
3
I believe
days.
Seth. Yeah, yep.
Oh.
I believe Seth Meyers is hosting that joint.
Wait, were you planning on coming to New York?
That's probably not gonna happen anymore because it's cold and like I think my friends don't want to anymore.
Okay.
So I will
Because
probably.
I was gonna be like, I have a TV now.
Oh, ooh, hello there.
Yeah, and so we'd be able to watch it, but you're too cool.
And
And also, I'd have to see like 5 movies in the next.
It is
like,
literally
3 days.
too cool. Like it is too cold.
It's warm in my apartment.
I don't want
My
to
parents
travel
are coming to
the-
visit anyway.
Oh sure. It's like I have work on Sunday, but I don't have work Friday and Saturday, so I just kind of want to like chill.
My work schedule changed, so I'm no longer working Saturdays and Sundays. Well,
Okay.
I work Saturdays, but I'm not working Sundays.
I will if y'all give me a good like weekend that might have some fun stuff. Like I will try
Definitely
to
come for the Oscars.
Okay,
That's a Sunday night.
Yeah,
That's like the important one.
yeah. Okay, we should probably wrap this up because we're like overtime. I think.
It is very late, yeah, and we talked about a lot of unrelated things.
Yeah.
You can feel free to chop this one right up.
I always firmly believe that like I always believe in just like the raw
I don't.
conversation. I will obviously like cut out like awkward moments, like awkward silences where like the connection was bad, or I guess I'm inserting Laura's translation in.
Yes. Tell me if I need to resend that to you.
It's probably like it's in the logs somewhere in the archives.
Oh, God.
So yeah, and then I'll start playing the music at the end. It'll play us
Right
out.
after, with a nice little button at the end
Yeah.
of us saying something funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the funny thing this time? See now that we're aware of the formula, I feel pressured to adhere to it.
I think our 2 listeners are okay with the formula. Okay. Goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Raquel.